Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be doing rowing at 150 BPM. I don't know if I mentioned this last time or not, but I think I have possible hypermobility disorder because my right shoulder wants to dislocate whenever I row unless I tense the muscles. And my joints, all of my joints have been sore. So I've bought some braces online. They're pink. I couldn't find skin color ones that were reasonably priced. And I didn't like the grey and I didn't like the black. So we've got pink braces coming in the mail soon and I'll be trying to do exercises with the braces on. I think the protocol maybe pushes too hard if you're going from sedentary with POTS to exercising. So I think for me this month, I'm repeating the month over and I think my goal will be to do 150 BPM. So workout every 2 days, but every second cardio workout, make it a recovery workout where I just try to target sort of 100, 125 BPM, and then the faster days, which are 150 BPM. And then I'm going to try double up the weights after the cardio. Get a bit more time to rest between the workouts. Hopefully it goes okay. Some exciting developments is that we have the Roman chair in the background, which is for, oh goodness, I'm sorry, I'm very new to filming. Roman chair in the background, so that is good for a certain kind of back exercise that's later on in the Levine protocol. And we have this machine which we're still assembling, which is a very, well, it was the cheapest we could find. It's called a leg press, which you can do leg presses and calf raises on, which I think are very, very important. And we got ours from, the brand is Body Eye in Australia. I think it was about 1 point something K delivered to Tasmania on our humble island, Van Diemen's Land. Sorry, this shot has just completely panned out. It's not assembled yet, it's complicated and tough with kids. We've got a colouring station over there that we've been using with the kids. So yeah, that's how it's progressing. I don't know if I'm going to keep up with the rowing as much as I'd like. I've talked to Grok and gotten him to design an isometric strengthening 8-week plan, which I have to double check that it's all good. Designed to strengthen the joints I'm getting pains in and also prepare my body if I do have hEDS, which I'm just going to assume I do for the safe side. I've got an appointment, well, I'm trying to get an appointment with a rheumatologist. My GP's referred me, and I've gotten an appointment in October with something called Bio, where they specialize, physiotherapists specialize in hEDS and take a full history, which was recommended on a hEDS support forum. And they look absolutely great. They do telehealth and it looks really fantastic. It's expensive, but I'd rather pay and not get brushed off than pay and get brushed off, as I'm sure all of us have experienced with, well, a lot of us have experienced with POTS. So yep, that's how it's going. I do want to say as well, as a general health update, which is very exciting, I feel like my POTS is in remission, which is absolutely exciting. I've only been doing the official Levine protocol for 3 or 4 weeks now, and I haven't even been doing it. I've been repeating the 2nd or 3rd week non-stop at the moment because I just can't complete it. And in terms of hitting the frequency it wants and also the heart rate targets for the whole exercise workout. But today my maximum heart rate was 98 beats per minute and my minimum was something like 57, which is actually higher than normal for my minimum. Normally my minimum is something around 47 or 41. But that's amazing. I feel like with all the supports, like the salt, hydration, compression garments, I feel amazing standing up. But the most exciting thing for me, bending isn't nearly as hard as it used to be. Like normally when I bend over to pick up toys or anything, it's really, really tough. My heart rate goes up to like 163 beats per minute. I get really out of breath and I feel very dizzy and sort of pre-syncope is going to come on very, very quickly for me. And at the moment bending, like I get a bit out of breath. It's still not comfortable, but it's probably like 50% improved compared to what it used to be, which is just incredible. Especially given how little I've been doing this protocol. I am so excited. I do feel a bit frustrated that I could have the hEDS because, and I know a lot of people have it worse than me, so I don't want to be insensitive about that. However, having come from a normal life where I didn't feel like I had any disabilities, coming down with POTS, and it's been really, really rough. It's probably been the roughest season of our lives. And then finding this protocol and having the strength to do it, and it's really hard. It's very time consuming. It's so tough with the kids to make time. And I've been doing it. We bought all the equipment to do it because we live quite remotely and it doesn't make sense to go into the gym. Like, that would be even harder for us. So we bought all the equipment, which was a significant investment. And now it turns out I strongly suspect I have this hEDS thing. So it could potentially be too hard on my joints. And we'll see if I can strengthen my joints with this isometric strengthening exercises, which, sorry, I should explain what those are. They're exercises where you tense your muscles, like planks. I think they're modified planks that you do and some other exercises, but you don't move your joints. So it's designed to grow your muscles, and the larger muscles support your joints and help your joints compensate for not having enough collagen to be stable. And that means when your joints are stabilized like that, aside from, wearing braces during hard workouts, your joints are more stabilized, they're moving around less. Someone on the forums told me that if you stretch your joints, because of the lack of collagen formation, they stay stretched, and then having them dislocate or partially dislocate becomes more common, and that's how you can get into chronic pain territory with hEDS, because a lot of those folks have chronic pain in their joints and can be more predisposed to osteoarthritis, I believe, later in life, which isn't great. But yeah, so that's I'm a little bit bitter about that. It's a hitch we weren't expecting, but it kind of makes sense because I used to roll my ankle all the time, to the point where I sucked at physical education growing up because I would always roll my ankles, and there's a number of other stuff that absolutely fits the bill. Another thing you ladies might not know is I've lost a lot of weight recently because I grew up with really bad eating habits, and it's taken me a long time to get good at eating healthily and not binge and not boredom eat, not emotion eat, any of that, like just cognitive behavioral therapy, rewire my brain to use different support mechanisms. So I'm a little bit ashamed saying this, I've lost 33 kilos, and the irony is I didn't have any joint pain before then, but I've lost 33 kilos and they're definitely wobbling around a lot more now, which can apparently be standard because you don't have the muscle that being more fat is required. So you lose weight, you lose the muscle as well, you get deconditioned, and then your joints can be less stable. So I've got to build up that muscle again. Another thing I wanted to mention before I get started with the workout is I have gained 3 kilos and I feel so bad about it, and I haven't been calorie counting. I'm going to start calorie counting again. But I'm really hoping it's not because of weight gain. I think it's because of muscle gain, which I'm excited about, but also nervous because, like, what if it's not? But, like, for example, today I had to lace up my corset even tighter. So it's the tightest my corset's ever been, but somehow I've gained 3 kilos. So hopefully it's muscle. Okay, I should really start rowing now while I have time. Thanks for watching.